Yo guys, what's good and welcome back to another video on CWB CWB. Today I'm at the airport right now, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to do a little late night calisthenics talk. And today I want to talk a little bit about what you have to consider when starting with calisthenics. This topic is separated in the first thing, two harsh truths about calisthenics, and then the second thing, namely three mistakes I made in the past in calisthenics. So I would say, let's go, guys. So let's start with two harsh truths about calisthenics. Now, the first thing would be that calisthenics is too abstract. All the names like pseudo planche, push-ups, planche holds, tuck planche hold, half-lay front lever hold are way too abstract for a beginner to be recognized again. All the names for the exercises and progressions in calisthenics are way too much for a beginner to really understand what of these exercises or progressions are helpful to achieve his or her goal and whatnot. And the second thing would be that it's not only easy for a beginner to start with calisthenics, but it also takes a lot of patience and consistency. Now, let's assume that you train for skills in calisthenics. Especially advanced calisthenics skills are very hard to achieve. You have to do everything right in terms of what progressions you choose in order to achieve your skill. It can be very hard for a beginner athlete to still be motivated to keep on training, especially if you haven't noticed any progress in your training so far. And this is often the case in calisthenics, especially when your training is skill focused. Now, this leads me to the second topic of the video, namely that you can do a lot of mistakes in calisthenics, especially at the beginning of your journey. I myself did a lot of those mistakes in the past, and here are three mistakes that are actually very common. Now, the first mistake was that I didn't warm up properly before training. Especially my wrists I have long ignored to warm up properly. This, especially when I started training for the handstand, caused pain in the wrists and deteriorated the quality of my training. Now, the second mistake was that I left out or skipped progressions completely for a long time. Let me explain this with a specific example. When I started with the planche training, I didn't make sure that I could hold the tuck planche properly and for a good amount of time, but went directly to the next step of the progression when I was able to hold the tuck planche for just 5 seconds. This has caused me to get pain in the forearm, to be more precise, pain on the inside of the forearm, which is also known as the ulnar side of the arm. And the last mistake, namely the third mistake I made in the past, was that I did it all at once. Endurance, static, and weighted calisthenics. And that was just way too much. Now you have to know that calisthenics is separated in 4 categories. We have freestyle calisthenics, endurance calisthenics, we have statics, and weighted calisthenics. But you can't do everything and be good at everything at all. Try to focus on one to a maximum of 2 of those categories and try to make yourself stand out there. Peace.